It stopped at 9. So I'm gonna start now. They say winter is coming. Bad news, winter is here. 34 billion records stolen means everything that we have, every number that points to us is for sale. What do? Are you proactive and protected? Find out. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation. 646-578-7097. Let's find out where your information is for sale today. Talking to you about today is identity theft, and the theme is winter is coming. Hold on a second. Hello? Yeah? Oh. Okay. All right. Never mind. Winter is here. We've just had over 30 billion records stolen in the past couple of years. And there's only 300 million people living in the country right now. So all the numbers are up, and we are talking individuals, we're talking businesses, we're talking scams, everything's up. COVID did not help. COVID actually exacerbated all that problem. The problems going on around the world with wars and everything going on is leaving us even more and more vulnerable than before. So this is not something I'm making up. You can find this on the internet if you look it up yourself. But as a certified identity theft risk management specialist, it's my job to look through these things and let people know exactly what's going on and what they can do to protect their families. Because at this point, if any company is telling you they can protect you from identity theft, it's a lie. The thefts have already happened. Our information is out there. It's being sold. It's being resold. It's going to be used against us. It's up to us to be prepared to find out what's going on with our identity immediately. If anything happens, we need to be notified. These are professionals that are stealing our identity, and you need a professional to fix it, because there's no way you can fix this yourself. It's not like scratching out your return address on an envelope that we used to do a long time ago. These are professional hackers. They're hacking into the cloud. They're taking billions of records that is being sold, like I said, sold and resold and used against us. The worst thing we can do is wait for it to happen to find out that our stolen identity is being used against us, because at that point, it's very, very hard to get back to your pre-theft status. We need to know what your status is now. We need to know what your identity and your family's identity looks like right now, so we can go back and fix that. So I'm going to share my screen and show you just easy things for you to do to look this up yourself. I'll go to one page. Cyber attacks affects 42% of businesses in the past year. And it shows here 42% have experienced a cyber attack, 69% are concerned about it, 72% have already implemented cybersecurity measures. If you haven't, you need to do it, because talk to Chris Januski about that. If you have a business and you don't have cyber insurance, the cost to get you up and running can possibly bankrupt your company. If you're a small business and you're just making margin of profit as it is, even a small cyber attack, a ransomware, can ruin your business. And not just your reputation. If you do actually repair your business, if your reputation is shot, what do you do? So one page here is cyber attacks affect 42% of businesses. And we'll look at another page, and it says the biggest data breach hacks of 2021. Look them up. These are huge hacks going on. There's a subtitle, Google, multiple hacking groups are using the war in Ukraine as a lure in phishing attempt. Phishing is directly pointed at your business. The hacks that are just gathering information is not personal to you, but your information is gathered up in that net. But hacking through phishing is a personal attack, and that is very, very hard to stop unless your employees are educated on what to look for and what not to do. Medical identity theft. This is from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Medical identity theft is devastating. Medical identity theft can prove to be lethal, because if someone is using your identity, as soon as they go to the hospital, whatever illness they have is merged with your records in the medical the MIB. So your information will be put together with their information. If you don't have diabetes and the other person did, you get into a situation where you cannot speak to the doctor because of an accident. If they give you insulin, that could kill you. So that it is that important to make sure that everything is monitored, not just, if you look at the companies that are doing monitoring now, they're looking at your financials. And it sounds like they're doing a lot, but it's like, oh, we will check your credit cards, your IRAs, we'll check your mortgage. That's all financial. Financial is only 17% of identity theft. It's not the major identity theft. The major part of identity theft will not show up on your credit score. The major part of identity theft can be use of your social security number for someone to get a job. Like it says here, use of your medical identity to get treatment at a hospital. Use of your driver's license. And driver's licenses are de facto identity for this country. So once there's a driver's license with your information, they can do whatever they want and it all comes back to you. And here's where the problem is. How are you going to tell the police that it's not you that's committing these crimes when everything is pointing to you? This is the only crime that you have to prove yourself innocent. So this is why you need professional monitoring, professional restoration. Through ID Shield, we have licensed private investigators to do that for you. You continue with your life after signing up a limited power of attorney to get them to work for you. You continue doing what you have to do. If you have to restore your own identity, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars and hours, 400, 600 hours of time that you have to devote. And that time is not on the weekend. That's 9 to 5 when everybody's open. So can you take time off of work to fix your own identity? And we do it for pennies a day. The last thing I want to bring up is the emotional effects of being an ID victim. Look up these articles and look it up for yourself and see exactly what's going on. That is basically what I want to say today, and bring that home to you, that identity theft is huge. Trying to repair identity theft for yourself, by yourself, is nearly impossible in 2022. It is that big. So we're looking at identity theft in the form of hacking, breaches, and your information being stolen. Phishing, which can bring in ransomware to a company. What does it cost to get your company up and running after ransomware? Even if you have the best backup, that you don't need to pay the ransom to get your computer up and running. You have 100%, all your data is backed up. You just reboot the computer, put everything back in the way it was, fine. You're up and running, but that information has been stolen. That information is being sold. That information comes back and bites you because the information got out. Now, what do you have to do? You might have to pay every single person that's a victim of identity theft through your company. You might have to pay 1 year or even 2 years of identity theft per incident. That is bankruptcy level of payments that most people have to do. So it's really, really important to be proactive and prepared. Like I tell people, you cannot buy collision insurance after you hit a tree with your car. If you hit a tree by yourself, it's different. But you hit a tree with your car, you cannot buy collision insurance afterwards. You can get identity theft protection after you've realized there's an incident, but to get you back to pre-theft status is going to cost a bundle, because they have to sort out who you really are compared to what looks like you today. So it's super important to get that done. Like I said, this costs pennies a day, really, to get this done through our local businesses, through our connection with other businesses. We have member perks. Member perks gives you dollars off of things you already buy. I'm paying $29 for my legal service. I get $33 back from my Verizon bill. So it costs me nothing to protect the family. And the same thing can be done for you and your family. Also, your small business, we have a suite of services for small business protection. The most beautiful thing that they just did now is they merged Legal Shield and ID Shield together. If you get both of those products together, now we have credit service built in for bundling those two. We're not looking at credit repair. That's a little iffy sometimes. It is credit counseling to really get your budget done, understand where your money's going, where your money should be going, and do that so organically your credit score rises and you'll be able to call Rick up and get a good mortgage when you're doing your refi. It's important to get that credit scored up. So pennies a day to get this done, and protecting your family 24/7, 365 from identity theft. We'll talk about the legal service the next time we meet. Thanks so much for your attention, and have a great day.